Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Living and Loving with yours truly, Monique McCall, country music artist, singer, songwriter. And I can't believe today, such a special day, such a special interview, so near and dear to my heart, because today I have with me an incredible singer, actress, dancer, instrumentalist, songwriter, and now studying for a musical theater BFA up at FSU. We're going to learn so much about what she's done through her childhood, throughout her modeling career, her singing career, her acting career. And you know what? She just happens to be my oldest daughter. So I'm really excited. So many people have been asking me, what has Francesca been up to? So now everybody can find out today. Where's my little girl? So welcome, Francesca. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy you could be my guest on Living and Loving. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? I've really been missing you. I know you're out in Indiana right now doing a couple shows at a theater. This is really exciting news.
That's true. This summer I'm at the Red Barn Summer Theater in Frankfort, Indiana. And we're doing 3 shows. We're doing Who's in Bed with the Butler. We're doing The Odd Couple, which I'm in, and we're rehearsing for right now. We open in a week. And then we're doing a musical called The Marvelous Wonderettes, and I'll be Missy. So I'm super excited for that.
I'm super excited for that. You know, I'm going to come out and see you in The Odd Couple. I'm going to come out and see you in The Wonderettes. I'm sorry to miss the first one. It's just been a busy schedule for me, as you know. And so it sounds like you're really living and loving out in Indiana. And have really been living and loving your whole life. I know this firsthand because I ended up being the taxi driver. But I mean, tell everyone what was it like for you? Because even as your mother, I don't know that I've ever really asked you these questions before, but you know, you were so young. You were modeling and acting simultaneously while going to school, Daisy Sour Cream commercials, performing for so many of our elected officials, senators, governors throughout the United States. You performed at the Great Hall of the Library of Congress. And then you went on and you won, multiple state titles as an 11, 12-year-old girl on up to woman, and then went to the international competition in Las Vegas. So you did so much at such a young age. What was that like for you?
I would say busy, but you made it super doable for me. I mean, in middle school, I went to a really sports-heavy middle school, but they knew that I was always leaned towards the arts. So they would let me leave at lunchtime so I could go dance, get all my homework done, get all A's, all that jazz. And I've just been really lucky. I was lucky enough to get accepted into Dreyfus School of the Arts, which is a high school in West Palm, Florida. And I graduated there 3 years ago almost. And I think I was in an area that allowed for my growth and allowed to push me into eventually theater, because we started with the acting and the dancing and the singing, and they just all found their way and melded together into theater, which is what I'm studying now. I'm currently pursuing a BFA in musical theater.
I know, and you must be so excited about that. Now, I know you mentioned the word luck just now, but do you believe a lot of this was luck, or was it a lot of it hard work, preparation?
I think it's a bit of both. I think, one of my favorite quotes by Thomas Jefferson, it's 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. And that's just something that I've always held near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, and that is a great quote. And I know that you're really fond of that quote because you've shared that with me many times. And you know that I am a big advocate of that. You know, I believe that lucky is for those who are unprepared. So a lot of it is absolutely preparation. And you prepared so much, and you prepared so much even for this moment right now that you're finally, working, in professional theater, having a big role at a regional level. I know you had been in La Boheme at the Kravis Center and many other productions at a really, really young age. But I mean, I haven't had a chance because you've been so busy studying. I haven't even barely seen you since you left school and went on up to Indiana. But I mean, what is the feeling for you right now that, you're finally really living your dream?
Well, it was really nice to get back to theater post-COVID and everything's opening up normally under certain regulations. And it's just nice to be in a space with people that are at the same creative level and have the same mindset as I do, and just sharing time on and off stage with the cast. It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has to be nice for you now that you're not juggling the academics as well, because I know that is a huge struggle, when you're being a musical theater major. You have so many credits, there's so much physical energy that goes into your career. Share a little bit of that with me.
Well, this past year was quite busy. We have dance almost every single day. We have an acting class in the morning, and then we have voice lessons and just practicing on your own during the week. And I think the best advice that I could give to anyone pursuing or currently is to take care of yourself, take it day by day. If your best that day means waking up, looking over your homework in bed, that's all you can do it. If your best means going on a 5-mile run, do that. So just taking it day by day, I think that's the best advice.
I think that's really great advice, actually. It's understanding your limits, knowing what you can do that day and being the best version of yourself on that day. Because I often find myself doing that as well. There's days where I'm really tired, I'm performing, I've got so much going on. And then I feel like, it's okay if I work from bed. It really is okay. And that is beautiful advice, stay in bed, do your work from bed if you can, if that's what you need to do, but, continue the preparation and stay current and keep working toward your goals. And boy, have you reached so many of your goals. And I know that your ultimate goal, but correct me if I'm wrong, I am your mom, and I should know this, but your ultimate goal is Broadway.
Possibly working theater, just working in theater is honestly a huge goal of mine. I've been lucky enough to kind of dip my feet into TV and commercial acting, and that's something that really interests me, which is why I chose my program. We have a great film school. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to be in anything due to COVID, but hopefully when I get back, I will be taking acting for the camera, which I'm super excited about.
Well, I like how you changed it right there. You started with a hopefully, and then you said no when. And I think words and thoughts matter. So that was a good way to catch yourself and put that out into the universe. Because I know it is a when, and it's a when for anybody, who believes in their dream. And I know you believe in your dream. And I'd like to know, because I have not asked you this question, if there's one show you could choose to play the role of on Broadway, what show would that be? Which character?
It would definitely be Velma in Chicago. I think that's so timeless. I'd love to see the original production of that with the original cast. That would be a dream come true. But I think there's something really beautiful in the simplicity of the show. And I think there's a really important message in the show that, it's been successful for 20 plus years, and there's a reason for that. And to be part of that history would be so much fun.
That is a great show. Wow. And there's so many great roles you could play in there, but I could definitely see you as Thelma. I know you have a really powerful voice, and you're always fine tuning your craft. Now, as a dancer, what is your ultimate goal? Because I know you are a phenomenal dancer, and I appreciated you being in my latest video, Living. It was absolutely beautiful. I've gotten so much great feedback on that.
Well, as a dancer, I started out in high school. I had a late start, and I actually auditioned for La Scala in Milan, trying to be a part of their company. And my dance career was predominantly what I was focused on for a while. Auditioned for La Scala and did their summer program, which was amazing. But I think eventually I veered off more into the singing, acting side of things. But as a dancer now, I think it's just to make sure when I'm on stage dancing, telling a story, getting across what I need to get across with movement, because I think movement and physicality can be so telling of a character and of a person.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, there's a lot that's said without saying it verbally.
Mhm.
Yes. And it's even more beautiful when, you know, you can use your entire being to do that. And I always admire dancers because you have that opportunity. You know, I have two left feet, so
You're not that bad, Mom.
I'm pretty bad. But so you mentioned La Scala in Italy,
Mhm.
and I know that was so exciting for you. You have really strong Italian roots.
Yes.
Any plans to go back to Italy or go to
Oh,
Europe?
definitely.
Well,
Well, I would love to perform in Europe. There aren't too many opportunities for theater at the moment, especially with COVID, but there's a lot of film opportunities over in Europe. But I plan on going there after I finish the summer stock to see family, and I'm super excited because they've been in lockdown most of this year. So just to get to see Papi and Tata and the baby, I'm I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. You know, COVID really has taken, and I know it was really hard for you and so
Yes.
many other artists. It was hard for
Yeah.
me as well, but even harder for you because it really took a toll on, you know, your career. It
Mhm.
changed the way, significantly, the way that you were able to train. And do you think that's set you back, or is there something positive that came out of that?
There's definitely positive. I mean, there's always a positive.
Yeah.
I think I learned so much about myself this year and how to take care of myself, like we were talking about before, in the arts. Not that the schedule was as taxing, most of it was on Zoom, but I think finding hobbies, because I think that is a really great way to take care of yourself, is just finding things that aren't your job or your work or your studies that just set you in the right neutral mindset that you need going into a rehearsal, going into a class, and just walking out the door.
Yeah, and I watched you do that throughout COVID. You know, you picked up the
Mhm.
ukulele and you were playing it in 2 weeks. You picked up the guitar, you were playing it in 2 weeks. And then the other thing that really hit home to me, because it's really, really dear to my heart, is that you wrote a song.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. I mean, I've played your song for so many people. It's a really beautiful song. It's about Paris and your travels. And I really do want you to go record that because I think it's a beautiful message. And the words are, I think I'm falling in love.
Oh
Is
boy.
that what you're going to title the song?
I'm sorry?
Is that what you're going to title the song?
I'm not sure yet. I have no idea.
Okay, well, we will talk about that at another time.
Definitely. Yeah.
Definitely. So are you planning on writing any more songs?
I've been dabbling in it lately. You're definitely the songwriter of this duo. But I think I took after you. Just watching you get creative is really it inspires me. I mean, being home during winter break was really nice. Hearing you sing upstairs, I'd be downstairs figuring out a chord or two. And I'm in the process. I'm just having fun with it. And I think that's what this is all about.
Yeah, well, I think that's what life is about in general. It's just, you know, have fun.
Mhm.
And no matter what you do, whether it's your career or you're out with friends, but it's all about having fun. We're here to live, we're here to love. And that's why I'm doing this podcast, because I want to share that message, because
Mhm.
there's nothing more beautiful in life than getting out there and living and loving what you do and doing what you love. So
Mhm.
I really thank you for joining me, Francesca. And I was
Thank
so
you for having me.
got to be one of my hardest interviews is to interview my own daughter.
Oh, I just spilled water everywhere.
Yeah, well, we know that's
Great.
you, my bull in a china shop.
Oh my gosh. Yep. I got it from her. I got it from my mother.
So before I let
Great.
you go, because I know you have to run off, you have a rehearsal this evening, or do you have a
We have a
show?
show this evening.
Show
Yes.
tonight. Geez, I'm a good mom. Well, good
She
luck with
is.
your good luck. Thank you. Well, good luck with your show. Break a leg. But before I let you go, I wanted to ask you one question that I ask all of my guests.
Okay.
And as a country music singer-songwriter, I always like to know, what is the one song that speaks to your heart and sums up the essence of your being?
I think Dancing Queen from Mamma Mia. I love that song. It's just upbeat. I can play it whenever, and it just makes me feel good. I think it's a feel good song.
It is a feel-good song, and the lyrics are so great too. You are a dancing queen, young and sweet, and you're so young and sweet.
No longer 17.
Will you sing some of it for us?
Oh my gosh.
I ask everybody to do that.
Oh, it's putting me on the spot.
I know. You're fine. You have plenty of performing you have to do tonight, so I'll let you go do that. But thank you so much, Francesca, for joining me. I know that you have so many great things ahead for you, and I'm looking forward to that as your mom. And just I know you're going to do so much. You're really going to make a difference, and you're going to, through your art, change the lives for many, because there's so much that you can give back as an artist. And so many people said to me, Monique, I can make you a star. I can do this for you, that for you. And I say, you know what? That's not my ultimate goal. And my ultimate goal is, to move the emotions of my fellow men and women through the lyrics that I share and the message that I have of living and loving through writing and performing. And I think the same is for you. And you're going to share a message, whatever that message is. And I'm looking forward to receiving that message and to, many, many more people in our beautiful, beautiful world receiving the message of Francesca Alfano. So thank you again for joining me.
Thanks, Mom.
I love you. Have fun.
I love you too.
And
Okay.
everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on a great episode of Living and Loving. Francesca Alfano, singer, now newfound songwriter, actress, model, instrumentalist. She's got so much more to come. Student at FSU, getting a musical theater BFA. Remember, in the words of Francesca, it's 99% perspiration. Words matter. And you know what? Just get out there. Have fun, because that's what it's all about. I'll see you soon. You can catch me here every Thursday at 4 p.m. on all my platforms. Again, I'm Monique McCall, singer-songwriter, country music recording artist. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Love you all.
Bye.
You take me there, somewhere I've never been before, like a storybook fairy tale, about a girl who was rescued by her knight, who saved her from herself, put her before everyone else. You take